Okay, everybody, magic time. Positions, please. Here we go.
Well, excuse me if I'm not appealing.
Dave, that's really good. Can we do it one more time with a little more energy? And we want you to be sarcastic, but not spiteful. Remember, at his core, Benny is a friendly banana who bruises easily. Have you read the character notes?
For a banana.
I'll get Mindy to send you another copy before you leave. And it's appealing.
What?
The line, excuse me if I'm not appealing.
That's what I said.
No, you said appealing. You see, not appealing, appealing. Okay, one more time, man.
Sure. What an asshole.
Hey, do you realize your mic's still on?
Yes, I do. 5 hours. 5 hours in a studio to read 6 lines for a talking animated banana.
Bet you couldn't wait to split.
Ah ha ha. And I'm not even the lead banana in Fruit Salad. I am literally playing the second banana. Benny Banana has 17 lines and 32 fucking pages of character notes.
I'm sure Benny's a very complicated banana.
Who the hell do these guys think they are?
They think they're Pixar, which they are. Their last 5 movies have made over $300 million each, and I'm absolutely sure that Fruit Salad will as well.
Benny will always back his friends in a crisis, but his childhood trauma at being separated from his family bunch results in a blah, blah, blah. Unbelievable.
Cheer up, you are in a movie with Eddie Murphy and Julia Roberts.
They're recording their lines in LA. I'm not even going to get to meet them.
Well, your voice will get to meet them.
I've got a better chance of meeting Eddie Murphy if I pop on a frock and wait for a lift on Rodeo Drive.
You're in a Pixar movie. It's a big deal.
It would be a big deal if my part wasn't so small.
Are we still talking about the movie?
I tell you what, if it takes 5 hours to record the next 6 lines, I'm going to quit and forget this ever happened.
You can't do that. It's already been announced you've got the part.
I thought Pixar wanted to keep the casting secret.
Well, they did, but there was a little blurb in today's Showbiz Confidential announcing that you've been snapped up to star in the next Pixar movie.
Little blurb was there? Wonder who put that there.
David, part of my function as your agent is to put little blurbs in the paper to remind people that you're not dead.
I'm the man behind the smash hit show Thejesters.
Yeah, well, people tend to focus on who's in front, not who's behind. It's good to remind them that you have a career as well, or used to.
After he finishes Fruit Salad, Dave Davies is also considering a guest shot on CSI. Went a bit over the top with that, didn't you?
Ah, it's only Showbiz Confidential. Nobody buys that bullshit.
Oh my God, David's going to be on CSI.
Will he get to meet Grissom?
Dave is not going to be on CSI.
Why would the paper print it if it wasn't true?
So innocent.
So stupid.
Zach, 40% of the things you read in the paper are completely untrue. And it goes up to 80% if it's to do with show business.
But how did it get into Showbiz Confidential?
Di probably phoned it in. Who knows?
So you can just phone up the paper and they'll print stuff?
Well, if you're famous or the agent for someone who's famous, yes.
That's what all these columns like Showbiz Confidential are, Zach. It's celebrities and they're flacks ringing up with pointless publicity and flattering lies about themselves.
They're just paper fillers.
Cool.
Spotted at Bather's restaurant, Craig McLaughlin.
Oh.
Serving or dining?
News from LA. Brendan Cow is in discussions with the Fox network about a self-pen pilot.
Well, that sounds true.
Yeah, it sounds true.
It's completely unprovable. If Brendan Cowell phones up the Fox network reception and says he wants to talk about writing a pilot and then they hang up, well, that technically means that he's started discussions.
You see how it works? That's why it says Dave is considering a guest spot on CSI. It doesn't mean the producers of CSI are considering him.
I mean, any celebrity can get a little snippet about themselves in the paper, just as long as they've got no shame.
And no dignity.
Insiders tell us Barry Otto is about to have his new screenplay optioned by DreamWorks. DreamWorks is about right. What bollocks. It's one of your clients, isn't he?
I had a bit of time on my hands yesterday. I got creative. By the way, you might want to read Ruth Mitchum's review of your boy's last show before you throw that away.
Despite some initial signs of promise, over the past few weeks, the Jesters has degenerated into a sniggering boys' club, often with humour that makes Benny Hill look like a sophisticated satirist. Let's hope they can tone down the testosterone before their whole show becomes a balls up. Well...
So is she saying that Benny Hill is not a sophisticated satirist?
See, that's what I'm talking about. There's the sniggering boys' club. Well, all this is about to change.
From now on, only chortling, no sniggering.
This is serious, Steve.
It's just one review.
From a major critic, and it's not just a review, it's a perception of our show. And in this business, perception becomes reality quicker than you can blink.
There was nothing in last week's show that was offensive to women, apart from Tony.
Well, Ruth Mitchum disagrees, particularly with your piece, How Would Your MP Look in a Bikini, which actually used the Benny Hill Show theme as background music.
That was satire. I'm satirising people who find sexist comedy funny.
She also took exception to your Rohypnol vodka sketch, which she describes as extremely offensive.
Oh, that was funny.
Kat, you're a woman.
Yes, I am, Dave. That's why I earn much less than you.
As a woman, did you find the Rohypnol vodka sketch funny or offensive?
Well, as a woman, naturally, I speak for all women, so just give me a moment, because it takes 1 second for the sisterhood to telepathically communicate these messages. The sketch was okay. Date rape is hilarious. Womanhood has spoken, so shall it be.
Seriously, do you find this show a boys' club?
Which one of the boys should I direct my answer to? The boys in makeup or the boys in wardrobe?
That's it. We're getting a female writer.
What?
I've got a story about Zach Green from the Jesters. The source, Zach Green from the Jesters. That's me.
Kat, I just got a quick question about the warm-up guy.
What about him?
Do we need him?
Every show has a warm-up guy, Michael. They warm up the audience, hence the name.
He just tells really old jokes and throws minties at people.
Yeah, that's pretty much the job description.
Yeah, well, I think it adversely affects the atmosphere of performance.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise it affects the atmosphere of performance. This isn't the fucking Cirque du Soleil, Michael. It's a TV show taped in front of a live audience. That means we need a warm-up guy.
Yeah, but Kat, I actually know a really good female comedy writer.
We're not hiring your girlfriend, Tony.
Is your girlfriend a comedy writer? Mm-hmm. What does she think of the show?
She hates the show.
Probably because she doesn't think the show is very good in bed.
You know, I'd love to hear some in-depth criticism from a female comedy writer.
Then Melissa's your woman. She is full of criticism. She has the guts to tell us things that as men we do not want to hear.
Like, is that as big as it gets?
I thought that was the kind of puerile humour you wanted out of the show.
Yeah, out of the show, but it's fine around the office.
Every show uses a warm-up guy, Michael, from David Letterman to Spicks and Specks. They're a necessary evil.
What, so at the start of every show and every time someone yells cut, some warm-up guy gets out there and tells some dirty, lowbrow RSL jokes, and that's supposed to help our material?
Our tapings take over 2 hours, Michael, and there's a limit to how fascinating staring at you and the lighting crew can be.
That's 100% true. Yeah. This is off the record, right? Cool.
Look, I'm not saying I'm going to hire Tony's girlfriend. I'm just saying, bottom line, Steve, we don't have a female voice and that has to change.
Fine. What a lovely dress you have on this afternoon, Gertrude.
Why, thank you, Esmeralda.
Yes, very funny. This is a satirical sketch comedy show. We need a strong, tough, edgy female voice.
Just out of interest, how many female writers were there on the Dave Davies show?
You know what? That was an earlier time. And I wish we did have a couple of female comedy writers. Would have made the show stronger.
Not funnier, but stronger.
What do you call a deer in a forest with no eyes? No idea! There you go. You'd like that one?
Tony says you're threatened by having a female rider.
Oh, Judas. I love women. I love them individually, I love them collectively. They're strong, they're invincible, they're not funny.
Oh, that is just sexist.
I'm not sexist, I'm a realist. You want to know why there are no women writers on most comedy shows? Because women aren't funny. There, I said it, I'm the bad man who tells the truth.
This show needs a female writer.
Why? Other shows don't. I mean, have you ever seen The Daily Show or Letterman win an Emmy for writing? 13 guys get up on stage and 1 woman. She's the producer.
There's plenty of funny women. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was funny in Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's because Larry David was writing all her lines. I mean, there are a lot of funny female actors, but pretty much no funny female comedians or writers.
And he says, oh, I thought you said pianist. Have a minty, there you go.
Sorry, I can't bear this.
Now, did you hear about this?
Men and women are as funny as each other.
Really? Okay, let's list funny people. Woody Allen, Mel Brooks, Gary Shandling, Jerry Seinfeld. What do they have in common?
They're all circumcised.
They're all men. Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Bill Cosby, Chris Rock, Peter Cook, Dudley Moore, Ricky Gervais.
I just don't think the Jesters need a warm-up guy.
Think of the warm-up guy as showbiz lubricant, Michael. Make it easier for our jokes to penetrate the audience.
That's disgusting.
So's the warm-up guy.
The other day, I went to the zoo. I paid a fortune to get into the zoo. It only had 1 animal. It was a Shih Tzu!
Jonathan Winters, Dan Aykroyd, Martin Short.
Jerry Lewis is not a woman. That's a point for them.
I could just as easily make a list of funny women.
Go ahead.
French and Saunders, the early stuff, they got a bit carried away with those movie parodies towards the end. The Vicar of Dibley was a bit slow for
Dame Edna.
It's a man, Zach.
It's what the government wants you to think.
Lucille Ball.
I'm not saying no women are funny. Tina Fey is funny. So are Roseanne, Lily Tomlin, Elaine May, Sarah Silverman, Victoria Wood and Ellen DeGeneres, and that's it. I don't think any of them are going to write for us.
We're getting a female writer, Steve. We're keeping the warm-up guy, Michael.
But why? Always said that's why Monty Python weren't funny, no women writers.
Shut up, Steve.
Same reason the Beatles weren't much good either.
You listen to this crap.
We're on in 30.
Female writer, warm-up guy, deal with it.
And so the young nun says, "Oh no, not the breathalyzer again!" Anybody done any travelling recently?
I just flew in from Adelaide.
I bet your arms are fucking tired. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the stars of our show, those crazy guys, the Jesters!
I don't care what you say, this banana ain't gonna split.
I don't care what you say.
I don't care what you say, this banana ain't
No.
gonna split.
You.
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 Right, am I being punked or something?
Dave, in America we say you, not you.
Right, well, I've been recording now for 4 hours and I don't care what you say, go fuck yourself.
That was great, Dave. A perfect you. We got that one.
No, I don't think you understand. I don't want to pronounce it you. According to page 3 of your endless character notes, Benny is an Australian banana, a banana who is proud of his Queensland heritage and never backs down. So I think he'd say you. He's that kind of banana.
It's banana, not banana.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Give us a bigger laugh right on the end there.
Hello, Benny.
Do not call me that.
What? It's not still hush-hush, is it? I read it in Showbiz Confidential.
What's Eddie Murphy like? Don't want to talk about it. How are you going finding me a female comedy writer?
Okay, I've got 2 for you to interview today.
Just 2?
Yeah, well, it's difficult because there aren't a lot of female comedy writers because women aren't funny.
Oh, God, not you too, Kat.
That was a joke, Dave. Probably wasn't funny because I'm a woman.
I got it.
Oh, and one of the applicants is going out with Tony.
She didn't put that down on her CV, did she?
No, but I think it would be more politic if we just hired the other one. Her name's Jill Summers.
Sign her up.
I've got a lot in common with Eddie Murphy.
Informed sources say that Zach Green is not just the crazy stunt dude on The Jesters, he also believes he's a 3-time alien abductee, including one probing by a being known as Voltron. You rang Showbiz Confidential, didn't you, Zach?
Could have been any one of the aliens, but you blame me. Interesting.
You're supposed to plant favourable things in the paper, not things that make you look like a complete idiot.
Don't do it again, Zach.
What she said. No more stories about aliens.
Could have been Voltron. You can't prove it was me.
So you just rang up Showbiz Confidential and they printed that?
Sources close to Zach Green refuse to comment.
And it's always the same pathetic, tired gag.
Just drop it, Michael. We're not getting rid of the warm-up guy.
But we don't need him.
Yes, we do. For one thing, we need him for sweetening.
Sweetening, what do you mean?
Well, when a joke doesn't go so well, like here where you made the joke about the Ken Burns films that got no reaction.
Yes, I remember.
Well, after jokes like that, we sweeten the silence where laughter should be by using some of the laughter the warm-up guy got earlier.
With his pathetic, sad jokes that people actually laughed at.
But that's cheating.
No, it's sweetening. I mean, when you put sugar in your coffee, you're not cheating, are you, love? You're just making it sweeter.
Yep. But I didn't get that laugh.
All part of the magic of television.
That's canned laughter.
No, it's real laughter from our live studio audience. It's just moved around a little, that's all.
This is not right.
Everybody does it, Michael, just like everybody has a warm-up guy.
You know, I love that joke he tells about the nun who accidentally has oral sex multiple times.
Gets a laugh.
Gets me every time. I don't know why I'm a sucker for that.
It's a big laugh.
When I say a sucker, I mean...
Okay, guys, I'd just like to introduce the new writer. This is Jill Summers.
Hi, everybody.
You may notice something different about Jill. She's a woman.
Ta-da! Vagina's a dead giveaway, isn't it? This is awkward. Look, I think I'll subtly get rid of the tension by telling some blonde jokes. Why did the blonde stare at the orange juice? Shh! Because it said concentrate. Come on! What does a blonde put behind her ears to make her more attractive? Her ankle!
I know one. Why'd the blonde get fired from the M&M factory?
I don't know why.
Because she was throwing away all the W's.
Yeah. What, so you're saying that women shouldn't be allowed to work in factories because they're too stupid like me? Big fucking joke. Well, fuck you. Just kidding. Or am I?
Don't.
No, I am. Just relax, fellas. From now on, just think of me as one of the boys.
Okay, I'll leave you boys to it.
Your cat's got nice tits, hasn't she? It's all right. I'm a woman. I can say these things. Yeah, thank you.
You know, I don't think you should talk to Kat like that. I don't think she likes it.
Why don't you grow some fucking balls, you pussy?
I'm sorry, but it's the English language, not the American language. That's why Benny is not going to be referring to himself as a banana. Not on my watch. No, it's a matter of principle.
You do realise Benny's just a talking cartoon banana?
Yes, well, this banana, Diana, is going to be seen by millions of kids around the world. Kids who are going to understand it's pronounced banana, not banana.
Yep, that's very important.
Not going to be responsible for another Sesame Street generation running around town saying Z instead of Z.
If you're not more cooperative next session, they'll just call Brian Brown.
Oh, please. You can't pronounce things with an American accent. Barely understandable to Australians.
What have you done? Huh? What have you done here? Jester boy Zach Green was born with one testicle.
How'd they find out about that? Damn those informed sources.
Why would you plant that?
Well, it's difficult. They wanted a photo. A what? It wasn't about the aliens.
Look, Zach, I know being famous is new to you and it's fun to read about yourself in the paper, but you've got to stop doing this. It's pathetic. It makes you look sad and it makes the network look bad.
Understood.
So is it worth checking out the photo on the confidential website?
Not before lunch.
Just checking.
I want to talk to you about Jill.
Ah, our female voice. How's she coming along?
She's frightening the boys.
Well, you know, sometimes working with a woman can be
No,
intimidating.
you don't understand. She's frightening them because she behaves like a man.
They're men.
No, they're not. They're overgrown schoolboys. Jill talks and acts like a brickie. She is literally scaring them.
Well, good. She'll shake things up a bit. That's what we need, a strong, edgy female perspective.
Oh, I think it's more like a really offensive, borderline psycho's perspective.
She makes me laugh.
Oh, you just like her because she calls you Big Daddy.
Don't get catty cat.
Look, I have already had 5 complaints from the staff today. She is offensive, she is filthy, and she's sexist.
Can't she be sexist? She's a woman. That's like being a black racist.
A lot of blacks are racist. They hate Asians, or at least that's what Jill's been saying. It's been the basis of a number of her jokes this morning. She is a cyclone of offensiveness and potential lawsuits. You should fire her.
We just hired her. Look, she's the new girl. I'm sure it's all part of the settling in process. Don't worry. She'll be fine.
Incoming!
Tut-tut!
Come on, Cat, wrap it up. How long does it take to blow Dave anyway? Hey, Big Daddy.
So I trust you'll deal with this situation?
Yeah, I hope so, Dave. It's not fair to make Cat pay for the abortion all by herself.
Hello? Showbiz Confidential? I have a tidbit on Tony Coggan from the Jesters. Coggan. The guy that does the comedy songs. No, I don't think he looks weird, but anyway, I happen to know that Tony has a $50 a week eBay habit, mostly Doctor Who related. Well, I think it's interesting. Yes, I do know that Zach has one testicle.
And then the Aboriginal says, no, mate, I just found one.
What is that?
It's glass ceiling.
It's his stunt for this week's show.
Yeah, I'm going to take it around the streets and ask women to break through the glass ceiling.
What, with their heads?
No, they step on it.
Then it's a glass floor, isn't it? Not a glass ceiling.
Oh, I thought I made a really good point.
Well, symbolic metaphors are always funny, aren't they?
Isn't it dangerous? What if someone breaks through that glass ceiling?
Well, that's not going to happen, is it?
Good point, nice.
No, seriously, it's made from extra toughened bulletproof glass. I had it made for one of my aquariums.
I think it's lame.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's faggy. Why don't we do something about the brain-dead stay-at-home mums?
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between a retard and a stay-at-home mum? Like, spot the difference. You know the women who refuse to join the 21st century, who just stay at home with their sprogs, popping them out, crop, crop, oh, crop.
I think that's a little controversial.
You know what? The government give me $5,000 each time I pop them out.
And she's on fire. You should write that up. Take it straight to Dave.
Actually, I've been working on a sketch about female circumcision.
Even better.
Who wrote this?
It was Jill.
What, even the C words?
I took 3 of the C's out. She called me a C, but there you go.
Oh, that is terrible. No, you can't say that.
Yeah, but it's terrible from a woman's perspective.
Oh, you're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Well, I think Jill's got fresh, edgy material that this sniggering boys club needs.
I think I don't know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
I'm just encouraging the female voice.
Well, my feminist head writer, go and tell Jill there's no way we can shoot this. Tell her to write something we can use.
Sure.
Oh. Oh, dear.
The Marx Brothers. There's another bunch of guys that just weren't funny. If only they'd hired a woman like us.
Have you seen Showbiz Confidential?
It was about Zach meeting Bigfoot. His feet aren't that big, actually. Size 14. Really? Yeah.
Crawler's cut. Sources say that the Jesters are planning a sketch about female circumcision so tough that Dave Davies is afraid to put it on air. Bloody Jill.
I trust this item in Showbiz Confidential is a lot of bullshit.
Well, it's in Showbiz Confidential. Surely that's proof enough.
Just tell me you're not going to do a sketch about female circumcision.
We are not, or male circumcision either.
Good, we've already had 300 calls to complain about a sketch that hasn't even aired yet. So who planted this story?
It was one of the writers.
Well, if it's the same writer who squeezed my tits as I got out of the lift this morning, I want them fired.
I'm presuming that's Jill.
Pixar want to talk to you immediately. They're not happy.
Well, neither am I. Snap.
They're going to fire you, David.
One crisis at a time, please. Gotta go.
Sorry about that, darling.
So, now, tell me, which one of my screenplays does DreamWorks want to option? I know, don't tell me. Man in the little black dress.
Small problem, Dave.
Oh, that's refreshing.
The warm-up guy's agent called, his wife's in labour and he can't make the taping.
Fuck me drunk.
It's just like talking to Jill. I've told her to get in here as soon as she arrives.
Christ, we are taping in 20 minutes and we have no warm-up guy.
I'll do it.
What?
I can do the warm-up. I've got jokes. Good jokes.
You know what? Screw it. I could use a laugh.
Thanks, Dave.
Laugh out, not with.
We'll see.
This could be a learning experience for you.
And you.
Good luck. Knock yourself out.
You sent for me, Big Daddy. Do I need my knee pads?
You leaked that article to Showbiz Confidential, didn't you?
I thought it'd get publicity for the show.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't want to publicise that we think female circumcision is hilarious.
So keep that private?
This isn't funny.
That sketch was making a satirical feminist point.
Spare me.
Yeah, you know what, Jill? We've actually spoken to the network and they've made it perfectly clear that we're going to have to let you go.
Well, fuck you motherfucking prick! You can take your fucking show and you can shove it up your fucking ass! You wouldn't know talent if you fell over it and it fucked you! Of all the hammering hacks I've ever worked with, you are worst! Fuck you!
Sorry about that, Di. It's not very ladylike for a woman or a sailor to swear like that, Jill! And that gesture's out of order too!
Well done, Big Daddy.
Please, I've had enough for one day.
As the actress said to the bishop, toot toot!
And the tourist says, sorry, I left all my Monet in the Louvre. Monet was an artist. Has anyone been to the Louvre? No, you should go. I went in my gap year. How many surrealists does it take to change a light bulb? Fish.
God, this is so painful.
Let it never end.
You see, surrealists deal with the illogical. Hey, mate, where are you from?
Darwin.
Darwin. There's a big storm there last week. Couple of people died. That's not very good. Where are you from?
Hey everybody, who wants a minty? All right. Hey, what do you call a man with 50 rabbits up his bum? Warren!
Mike, sorry I'm late, mate.
I thought your wife was having a baby.
Yeah, she just did, but I came straight here. I couldn't let you guys down. I love your stuff. It's great. It's really, really highbrow.
Thanks, mate.
Minty?
All right, what do you call a man in a pool with no arms and legs? Bob! Hey, there you go. Hey, you having a good time? Yep, well, tell your face. All righty.
So, is Jill fired then?
Yep.
Oh, so much for the female voice.
Actually, I'm hiring Tony's girlfriend to send in some freelance sketches.
What? Why?
Because this show does have a female voice, Steve. Mine. And it's telling you you're not as clever as you think.
And now, make welcome the stars of the show, those crazy guys, the Thejesters.
There's an interesting item in today's Showbiz Confidential.
Oh, really?
Comedy legend Dave Davies has caused waves on the Pixar sound stages by refusing to do an American accent. According to an informed source, Davies has said that he doesn't care if he's cut from the film. Quote, Dave said he's playing an Australian banana and he's not playing second banana to any American producer. Nice.
I can neither confirm nor deny that is my joke.
A Pixar spokesman said all of Dave Davies' part would be in the film uncut. Benny Banana is an important part of this movie and we're delighted with Dave's work and his authentic Australian accent.
Where do they get these stories from?
Who knows? It's confidential.
And you drongos better watch out, because this banana's a real smoothie, mate.
Dave, that was great.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Just awesome.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced awesome.
All right, what do you call a guy with a shovel in his head? Doug! What do you call a guy without a shovel in his head? Douglas! There you go, have a minty, mate. Did you hear about this? The Dublin Zoo? The Dublin Zoo just paid a fortune. They just bought their first albino polar bear. What did the Spanish fireman call his two sons? Jose and Hose B.